What's going on, guys? I got a good video coming for you. So race 2 of MOXC series. Um, Unfortunately, I only got second. I didn't record the first race that we had just because Dakota forgot his chin mount, and he's a kid. I'm gonna let him record his race. He wants to record his race, so I get it. Um, you know, Whatever I can do for my kids, I'm gonna do it for him. So I didn't get that one. I did get first in that race, and I friggin' slayed, dude. So I think I was 17th overall out of 80 or 90 riders, something like that. So the 250R was doing what it was supposed to do, and it was ripping, but it was running rich. So I had a 196 in it, main jet, and I dropped down to a 190. And I'm now realizing what the problem is I put a richer needle in it for the break-in because LED at Arlen at LED told me to break in the machine really rich. So I went as rich as I could. And it seemed to be all right. I noticed that it was a little like once you get to full throttle, it's kind of gurgling, but it would catch up and go. So I still had plenty of power for the first race. I got a shitty start. This thing's got a crazy amount of compression on it. So there she is right there. So this thing, it's got so much compression, and I still haven't learned. With the old ESR motor, I know exactly what I had to do to get this thing to fire up. It will still fire up really fast, but I need to figure out what I got to do. So with the ESR motor, I would go 2 clicks down, back up, and it was like kicking nothing. And it seems like this thing don't like that. So I'll figure it out at some point here. But anyways, I went ahead and, like I said, I dropped it to a 90. And it was bad, man. I had a short shift the whole time. So Richard Zock, which he actually got, he's the whole shot king right now, man. Shout out to him. He's got 2 whole shots under his belt. And all the guys that left, all the 2-stroke guys were like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying." So this race, the second race, the race we just had, I had a good start, man, but I had nothing on top. And as soon as we got going, man, you can see it in the video. He just shoots right ahead, and I was short shifting the whole time. But because I had to short shift it, it made for some really fun racing because I had about 4 battles on my hands. So we came around the first corner, and I got nothing but mud in my face from whole shot king Richard Zock. So he blew a bunch of mud. I slowed up, tried to wipe it off as best I could. Finally, I started to see, so I started picking people off. Got out in front. You'll see that. Richard actually let me go by. And I can't remember. I screw up or something. And, Richard comes right back past me because I just didn't know which way I wanted to take, and it wasn't a big deal. I figured, hey, we're going to battle all day. It's going to be a great time, which is pretty much what happened. So I battled down to the bitter end. So I battled with Richard Zock, Steve, Big Steve that's on the Banshee. We got a new guy on a Banshee, a white and black Banshee. You'll see him on there, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. He's really fast. He's a good rider. He ended up burying it in a mud hole or a water hole, and I don't know if he just drowned the thing or what. But anyways, so it ended up being me and Eric. Eric on a 400EX, and man, I did everything I could to hang with him, and I screwed up with him. You're gonna see all that stuff. It was pretty wild, man. So you're gonna see all that stuff, and yeah, just to the bitter end. I think it was last lap when I finally was like, you know what, he's taking it, and I just phoned her home. So it's epic battles. I'm not gonna put the whole thing on there just because there's a lot of me. I think in the first lap I get really confused because we had mile markers. I saw like mile 7, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing like mile 4. I think it was just a mistake on somebody's part. So that's when everybody catches back up to me. I actually got away from everybody when I first got out there, and then everybody started catching up because I slowed down so much, which honestly I'm not even mad about because, like I said, I had so much fun I didn't even care. So but you're gonna see the video. It was pretty sick. It was a good time. I can't wait for the next one. Our next MOXC race is in August. We do actually have a D14 race this weekend up at Valley. We just got done building the track up there. Unfortunately, the 250R, I want to make sure it's tuned right. I don't want to take it back out again. I'm actually going to swap the needle because I actually put a richer needle in to do the break-in. So I'm going to swap my old needle back in, which is like a DDJ or something like that. I got it all ready to go. So I'm going to get that in there, and we'll go from there. And I want to get it nice and dialed in. I also might have a problem going on with the clutch. The clutches might be worn. They're DP clutches, but man, they've been in there. This is my 3rd season with them, and I abuse the shit out of my clutch. So anybody that has rode with me, I like to ride my clutch a lot, especially around I'll feather that thing going up hills and do whatever I got to do to get that thing working. But the LED motor, though, even with it running super rich right now, is insane. So it's got plenty of power. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely, even with it running right now, it's still more power than my ESR motor. So I can only imagine when I get it tuned in right how badass it's going to be. So here comes the video, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe on this video. Like 94% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. I really appreciate it if you do that. If I get more subscribers, I actually gain a bunch and I didn't even realize it. But I'm going to try to keep going and get some more videos out. But also, if you guys get on my channel, check out the video that Sean Tarpanian made for me. We did that up at Valley this weekend. It was friggin' awesome. We did like 4 or 5 hours of filming, and he made like a 2-minute video that makes me look like a superstar. Think of Huevos from back in the day, from back in the 90s. Super sick. So again, guys, I appreciate you watching. You got any comments or questions, put them down there. Talk about it, and make sure you subscribe. You guys have a good one. Let's get to the video.
Number 1 will be up and rolling at the Twisted Trails MOXC.
Yeah.